First and foremost, welcome to the Plumbing Pre-Apprenticeship Level 1 program info session. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to join us this afternoon. I will be co-presenting with my colleague Celine, and we'll just go through the slides. But for now, we'll just go ahead and get started. So today we'll be going over some more information and details about the program and talk about a couple of things. So we'll just go into more detail about the requirements of the program. So what exactly our plumbing pre-apprenticeship program offers, eligibility requirements and who this program is for, suitability requirements, the training components, the content, the program timeline, job prospects of entry-level positions that are suitable for participants of this program, next steps, and then where you can sign up or contact us for questions or concerns. So about this program. So the Plumbing Pre-Apprenticeship Level 1 program is delivered by George Brown College in partnership with WoodGreen. It is offered at no cost, so it's a free training program. The program supports mainly newcomers to Canada that have been affected with other barriers to employment, and also gives them an opportunity to start a career in a high demand trades like plumbing and sheet metal. So participants will engage in 5 weeks of academic upgrading and have access to additional supports to assist them with their training throughout the program. So again, the program is free of charge to no participants and is being offered both virtually online and in person at the George Brown College Casa Loma campus location. So also in regards to it being on virtual and in person, so the program is split up into 3 components, and we'll kind of get into that a bit later. But the academic upgrading portion is virtually online. And then the training portion, as well as the potential placement opportunity, is also going to be delivered in person as well. So I also have probably let majority of you folks know that if you are interested in this skills training program, you will be required to complete an assessment called the Online Essential Skills for Ontario Trades Assessment. In short, this assessment is called the ESOT assessment. Applicants will be assessed for Ontario grade 12 math and English or equivalent, and are also required to participate in 5 weeks of academic upgrading, which will be done after the interview process. And once you're admitted into the program, then you will be able to start the academic upgrading. So this is an important part of the program in helping participants attain the communication and numeracy skills that are necessary for entry into the skilled trades. So to be successful in skills trades, you'll likely need to develop strong skills in reading to help you understand specification sheets, manuals, and codes books, entering numbers and information into tables, checklists, and forms, making calculations using formulas, writing short notes in long logbooks and completing incident reports, talking to others to share information, coordinate work, ask questions, and discuss issues, resolving problems using a troubleshooting process, using a computer to look up information, write an email, or create a spreadsheet, participating in training or mentoring. So all of these skills have been outlined by the Government of Canada at canada.ca. And I see that there was a question about the interviews. The interviews will be done online, so they'll be done virtually. So in regards to eligibility requirements, so you have to be 18 years of age or older. You have to be legally entitled to work in Ontario. So if depending on your status in Canada, you might need a study or work permit. To those who have Ontario grade 12 math and English or equivalent, that will be helpful for the completion of the ESOT assessment and of the program. And you have to be able to successfully pass the ESOT assessment, and you also have to be able to show us that you have a SIN document. So in addition to these requirements, those who fall under the category of citizens, permanent residents, and convention refugees are all eligible to participate in this program. right? So those are who are actually considered a temporary resident or asylum seekers or refugees need to confirm with the federal government if a study permit is needed to participate in year one ready stream programs. So those with open permits may not be eligible for this program. However, we are still presently consulting with the government to obtain more clarity on this eligibility requirement. And if you fall in this category, again, if you fall in the category of temporary resident, asylum seeker, or refugee, and you need to confirm if you need a study permit to participate in this program, you can contact me and I'll let you provide you with more information as it becomes available to us. So this program is going to be suitable for folks that are able to start work super early as 6 a.m., folks who have access to transportation to get to specific job sites early in the morning. So if you have to get to a job at 7 a.m. across the city, a question you want to ask yourself is, okay, how am I going to get there? An individual that prefers or enjoys doing hands-on work and being a problem solver. Also, a person that's able to work in cramped positions, not afraid of heights or comfortable with heights. Now, consider you may be, again, in small cramped spaces in the dark and on your back for long periods of time. So a question that you might want to ask yourself is, how comfortable are you with that? Or are you okay with that physically? Another thing you might want to consider is, are you comfortable doing other physical tasks like traveling to different locations while on the job, repair work, adapting to new environments, networking, and being a team player? Also, are you comfortable lifting up to 50 pounds at a time? And are you able to use your hands to complete tasks that require a lot of manual dexterity? So those are all things to kind of consider if you want a career in the plumbing industry. Okay. So again, I know we talked a little bit about the components of the program, but here we're going to go into a lot more detail. So again, after the assessment, if you go ahead and you do the interview and we admit you into the program, this is what you're going to be expected to do in the program. So the first thing is 5 weeks of academic upgrading, which is online. That is Monday to Fridays, up to 20 hours a week, plus 3 Saturdays in person. And the 3 Saturdays in person, I do believe that will be getting certifications. So that's why I would have to be in person. So like first aid, I think there's a working heights certificate that you might need as well. So things of that nature. So after you complete your academic upgrading successfully, you'll go ahead and move on to the training in plumbing and sheet metal training. So the training in plumbing specifically is 8 weeks, and the sheet metal training is 1 week, making it a total of 9 weeks of in-class training in these two categories of skilled trades. So as of now, this will be held from Tuesday to Friday in person, right? And then in regards to the exact timings, that's still to be determined, but it should be comparable to the amount of work that you have to do for the academic upgrading. So we will definitely let you know the exact timings of the training in plumbing and sheet metal once that becomes available to us. So after you complete your training, there will be 2 weeks of employability skills and job readiness training from us here at WoodGreen. And that will just kind of be able to help you transition into the workforce, kind of get you prepared in regards to interviewing and resume building and all that kind of jazz. This will happen 3 days a week for 2 weeks during the first 2 weeks of September after you finish your training in sheet metal. So in addition, participants will also be provided with an opportunity for an 8-week job placement in plumbing, as well as guidance information on educational and career pathways that you can explore along with your experience in skilled trades. Again, more details will be provided about the training components throughout this info session. So as each participant learns differently and embodies different skills and individual needs, WoodGreen will also support participants throughout the program with training supports, as well as provide opportunities to connect with employers who are committed to providing meaningful employment, job readiness, and experiences, such as training supports can include safety equipment, clothing, transportation, and tech supports. Okay, so Putting all of this information from the previous slide together, here's an overview of our plumbing pre-apprenticeship program in 3 parts. So again, after successful completion of our online Essential Skills for Ontario Trades Assessment, you'll be participating in 16 weeks of skills training for free. This includes 5 weeks of academic upgrading, 8 weeks of level 1 training in plumbing, 1 week training in sheet metal, and 2 weeks of employability skills and job readiness training that will happen 3 days a week for 2 weeks. In addition to getting a toolkit and safety equipment, as some classes will be in person, you can also qualify for a transportation subsidy. So again, that subsidy is only going to be provided if you are taking the bus. We won't be able to provide you kind of like a gas subsidy if you're driving, but you will be able to give you some TTC tokens. So that's what the transportation subsidy will look like. Next, after the completion of the training program, WoodGreen will support you in obtaining an opportunity for an 8-week job placement between the months of September 2023 to February 2024. The job placement can be offered at any time during those 5 months, as it will depend upon, number one, the labor market demands, the experience you bring as participants in the program, your application, and employer needs. So again, the placement opportunity is going to be provided, but it does depend on, again, the labor market demands, your experience in regards to if you have experience in the trades or plumbing, your application, and employer needs. So as much as we would like to offer job placements to every single participant, at the same time, once everyone has completed their training, the timing of placement shall vary among each participant and will look different for everybody. So again, I also want to say that the placement opportunity is just to get your foot into the door as well. So this is a great opportunity to apply your knowledge and skills from the training into real hands-on work experience with your employer. Finally, throughout this program, you'll be getting one-on-one career planning support with an employment case counselor, which will be me, to help you get a job or determine other pathways to employment and or education based on your goals, experiences, skills, and individual needs. Now we'll discuss the training components and timeline in further details. So first, you'll have the academic upgrading, which I know we've talked about like multiple times throughout this info session. So the academic upgrading is going to start online May 23rd and goes until June 23rd. So that's approximately 1 month. It will take place from Monday to Friday for 5 weeks, including 3 Saturdays that will occur on week 2, 3, and 4 out of the 5 weeks. You'll participate in approximately 20 hours of academic upgrading per week. Okay, the second level is the in-class training in plumbing, which will occur in person at the George Brown campus at Casa Loma, starting June 26th until August 18th. Then you'll have another training, which will be in sheet metal, and that will only be for 1 week, and that will run from August 21st to August 25th of this. So just so that you're aware, classes at George Brown will start as early as 8 a.m. This is where your attendance at George Brown College Casa Loma campus plays a very integral part in your completion of the program and your overall training experience. Attendance requirements are that you cannot miss no more than 5 days and miss no more than 3 days in a row. Not only are you attending these classes in person to gain necessary skills needed in the trades like plumbing, sheet metal, but it also prepares you in developing time management skills that are crucial for any kind of work or job you obtain throughout your employment journey. So don't expect that you'll be learning a skilled trade all online. You'll be attending classes in person to help you get a sense of what may feel like navigating the workplace, communicating with fellow classmates, instructors, and understanding how this industry works and what you can bring to the table. So the in-person classes will be located again at George Brown College Casa Loma campus. You can find it online when you're Dunport Station, when looking at the Toronto Transit map. Once again, there is a subsidy to help you pay for the transportation during your training. And this is only for the people that are actually physically commuting. This doesn't, this transportation subsidy, it does not, it doesn't work for people that are driving. So yeah, I just wanted to make that as clear as possible. So to continue, as the timeline of this training program seems quite tight and intense, you'll have 1 week off from August 28th to September 1st after you finished your level 1 in class training in both plumbing and sheet metal at George Brown. You could think of this as 1 week break for you to rest and catch up with anything, whether that might be a personal or professional in your life. So after your break, you'll come back and participate in an online employability and job readiness training with us here at WoodGreen during the first few weeks of September. To reiterate, the training will happen for 3 days a week for 2 weeks on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, which would be on the dates of Tuesday, September 5th to Friday, September 7th, followed by Tuesday, September 12th to Friday, September 14th. Okay, there will be workshops online that will focus on skills training to help you succeed and navigate the workplace with the employment case counselor who will work with you one-on-one. You'll have the opportunity to develop strong communication skills, build a strong resume and profile for yourself so you could stand out to employers and hear guest speakers share their experience working in skilled trades. So just so you know, you're not alone in all of this, and that we'll be supporting, assisting, and guiding you in becoming successful in this program. So following the completion of your training, WoodGreen will support you in finding an 8-week paid work placement between the months of September 2023 to February 2024. You'll be working 5 days a week for 35 to 40 hours and get paid for this. In addition to getting paid, you can also get a transportation subsidy. As a side note, work placements shall vary among all participants, and we cannot guarantee, unfortunately, that everyone will have a placement at the same time or during September and October as much as we would like to anticipate it. Okay. Once you have a placement, you will want to obtain an apprenticeship. Okay. And you may work with an employer who would like to sponsor you to take you on as an apprentice, or you can apply to the union to enter the trade in that way. There are government grants for small and medium-sized employers who want to take on an apprentice, and WoodGreen can advise employers on how to obtain these grants. For more information on apprenticeships can be found on www.skilltradesontario.ca. So plumbing is a compulsory trade in Canada. To participate this trade legally in Ontario, a person must pass a certifying exam. It is also a part of the Red Seal program in Canada. So once you obtain a provincial certificate of qualification, you may take the exam to earn your Red Seal and gain the ability to work across Canada. So current labor market analysis indicates that plumber and sheet metal worker professions are high in demand in the GTA, and these professions, there are opportunities to work both as a licensed professional as well as a helper, someone who has some training and exposure in the trade. So that's basically what you would be doing once you've completed this training program with WoodGreen and George Brown. You can start to work as a plumber helper in maintenance departments of factories, plants, and similar establishments by plumbing contractors, or you can even be self-employed, right? So working as a plumber helper can lead you towards 2 avenues of employment in this field. So for example, you can find an employer and you can learn to become a plumber apprentice, or you can apply to the union there and they can provide you with assistance in helping you find an employer to becoming a plumber apprentice. So to make this super clear, completing this training program and your 8-week work placement opportunity won't lead you to becoming a licensed plumber right away, right? This takes some time. So this training program, you'll start out as a plumber helper, where you'll have some exposure to the plumbing and sheet metal trade and have the option to either find an employer where you can gain an apprenticeship or apply to the union where you'll be able to find an employer, or they'll be able to help you find an employer. So in order to become a licensed plumber, you'll need to be registered as an apprentice, and you can do that by following option B or C. Now, if you happen to be a newcomer with plumbing experience, whether currently or from the past, you actually don't need to complete this program, but instead you can obtain an international certificate. Okay. When you have completed this training program with WoodGreen and George Brown, you can start work as a plumber helper in maintenance departments of factories, plants, and similar establishments by plumbing contractors, or you can even be self-employed. As listed in the Government of Canada Job Bank, a plumber helper falls under the category of construction trades helpers and laborers. Construction trade helpers and laborers assist skilled tradespersons and perform laboring activities at construction sites and quarries and surface mines. They are employed by construction companies, trade and labor contractors, and surface mines and quarry operators. Some of the job duties that are to, for example, load and unload construction materials, move materials to work areas, assist heavy equipment operators to secure special attachments to equipment, signal operators to guide them in moving equipment, provide assistance in other activities, assist in aligning pipes and perform related activities during oil, gas pipeline, and construction, tend or feed machines or equipment used in construction, such as mixers, compressors, and pumps, clean up chemical spills and other contaminants, and remove asbestos and other hazardous materials. So the median wage for plumbing helpers in these professions ranges from 19 to 22 per hour, but it also can go up to $37 per hour as listed on the Job Bank of Canada. So let's look at a few job postings that you can apply for after you've completed your training, and you can explore these job postings yourself on the Job Bank of Canada website if you're curious to know. So this is a job posting for a trades helper construction position that is permanent, full-time, and pays approximately $25 an hour for 40 hours a week. It may also be required to work at different sites during the morning, evening, weekend, overtime, on-call, flexible hours, mornings, and especially early mornings. You can tell that it seems to be an entry-level position by looking at the section where it indicates experience 2 years to less than 3 years. In terms of responsibilities, the position is quite physically demanding, in which the position requires loading, unloading, transporting construction materials, assisting heavy equipment operators, assisting in aligning pipes and during pipeline constructions, and even assisting in framing houses, erecting walls, and building roofs, etc. Similar to our training program, the work conditions in this position will need you to handle heavy loads and have good hand dexterity. So next, for plumbing helper, this position has a few slight differences compared to the first one that we just saw. So the hourly rate is approximately $26.50 for 40 hours a week and may require you to work different shifts during the day, evening, night, or weekend. This is also an entry-level position that may be suitable for participants of this program. As you can see on the left-hand side, this position does not require the applicant to have a degree, a certificate, or diploma handy for this job, and it requires 1 year to less than 2 years of experience to be qualified for this job. Responsibilities and position will require you to mix, pour, spread materials, assist heavy equipment operators, assist in aligning pipes during pipeline construction, and clean up chemical spills and other contaminants. And additionally, work conditions you can expect in this position that you'll be exposed to a fast-paced working environment and work on your way around having tight deadlines. There may also be times where you'll need to relocate to other areas to perform other tasks, but those shall be covered by your employer. So now, although our employability and job readiness training doesn't provide you with actual skills trades training, you'll obtain employment of skills training where you develop communication, time management, job readiness skills needed to successfully work in skilled trades. Now, all entry-level jobs have the same job prospects, but you can expect to find some similarities between them when looking at some positions that are being offered on the Job Bank of Canada website or even elsewhere. So now that you may have a better understanding of what this program offers and what you can expect once you've finished your training, you might be thinking, well, what are the next steps for me right now? So first, we encourage you, if you haven't already, to apply to our program online on our website at woodgreen.org, okay? There you will fill out a program registration form. Not to worry, more details about this, where you can register, will be provided at the end of the session. You'll be required to provide some personal information about yourself, as we request that you answer the series of questions related to the program throughout the form. So once you've submitted your registration form, a staff member from WoodGreen, likely will be me, I will reach out to you regarding your application and check your eligibility. Are you 18 years of older? Are you legally entitled to work in Canada? Can you show your SIN card? Other requirements that I might ask you as well. Next, we will provide you with a choice of the ESOT dates for you to take the trades assessment online. It will be a 4-hour assessment for reading and numeracy and will be done online in a group session with George Brown College. This assessment is required to make sure that you have math and English skills that are needed to be successful in working in the trades. You'll be notified within 2 days of the assessment if you've passed or not. So after you pass the assessment, we'll conduct a suitability interview with you to double check your eligibility once again and all the information we've received from you based on your application. Then you'll get accepted into the program and complete paperwork to finalize your registration. As mentioned earlier during the session, the 5 week of online academic upgrading will occur from May 23rd to June 23rd after you've been accepted into the program. Next, you'll participate in, again, as we've mentioned, level 1 class training in plumbing, which takes place from June 26th to August 18th. Then you'll move to participate in level 1 training in sheet metal from 1 week from August 21st to August 25th. Then you'll finish off WoodGreen's employability job readiness training that will occur 3 days for 2 weeks during the first few weeks of September, from Tuesday, September 5th to Thursday, September 7th to Tuesday, September 12th to Thursday, September 14th. And finally, you'll have the opportunity to partake in a potential 8-week paid job placement where you can apply all your knowledge, skills, and experience that you've attained throughout the duration of this skills training program. So, ready to sign up for the program? If so, you can do it directly by visiting the registration link, or if you'd like to find out more information or details. And if you have any questions, this is my contact information. My name is Ilham. This is my phone number and my email. So if you'd like, we'll go ahead and kind of prepare for any questions that you guys have as of right now.